Thank you to the December 2019 Patreon supporters of the What We Remember podcast. Jacqueline M., Matthew J., Nathan E., Paul and Sandy J., Stephanie O., and Big Time Jim. Help support our show by going to patreon.com/whatweremember and pledging a monthly amount to give to us to help support the show. Thanks.
Gotta get ready for that centennial.
We're getting there.
Toby Cakes. We're the champions of the universe. That movie is so good.
It's a couple
so
away.
Good.
It's only a few away. My name is Bradley Jones.
My name is Andrew Moldenhauer.
My name is Andy Hubert.
And this is not a movie review podcast, but a podcast where we try to remember what happened in a movie that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. And Merry Christmas! It's our Christmas episode! And this is what we remember about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Were there 2 or 3 bad guys in Home Alone? And who was that forgetful fish in Finding Nemo? Join us as we're watching films. See what we remember and what memories we kill. Let's start the show. Here we go. This is what we remember. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
National Lampoon!
Should we make a prediction now about how many times Andy's going to change the pronunciation of Chevy Chase?
Chevy Chase? I'd do that.
You know, the last 2 times
don't
I've said
Chevy
his
Strong?
name, I butchered it, and I keep forgetting how to actually say it now. I think I said
I wanted to make you self-conscious early so that you mess it up as many times as possible.
Chevy is what I was saying the last 2 times, but it's Chevy Chase.
It's gotta be a fake name, right?
You think it's fakey?
Cheverland? What's the real
like-
first name?
My name is Chevelin Chase.
It's actually better.
He's just named after the town or whatever.
Is there a town?
Yeah, there's a town called Chevy Chase.
There's a
What?
town? Is that one word?
Is it Chevy Chase? The town Chevy Chase?
Yes, it is.
It's like there's a big Chevy factory there.
Someone watched a movie like early on. They were like, "Hey, it's a Chevy car chase." All right, that's my son.
Yeah.
That's
Done.
his name.
We did it.
Yeah.
Good job, wife.
Who else is in the movie?
Ooh, Beverly D'Angelo. What's her name?
Yeah.
Beverly. Is it D'Angelo?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Good job, bud.
Well, she's the mom that's in all of them.
All of them.
Because the characters don't always stay the same. The children.
The children change.
I'm pretty sure one of the children's is the guy from The Big Bang Show.
Uh-huh. His name is not John Krasinski. What was I going to say?
Glasses,
The guy who plays
curly
Leonard.
hair,
The
short.
guy who plays Leonard.
Yeah.
We'll get it. He'll get it. Andy Hubert will get
You're going to get it?
He'll get it. Move on.
Okay.
Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis is in this. Also, the Quaid guy, Randy. Randy Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Randy Quaid.
Oh, okay.
Dennis Quaid.
Sandy Quaid.
Sandy Quaid.
I prefer
No, the
Dennis.
good one. The good Quaid.
Oh, no.
Randy.
Wow.
No,
No, he's totally sane.
Oh, he's
His brother's the one that's what the government's
you mixed
after
him up.
him.
You mixed him up, Buttercup.
Oh, boy.
Who else is in? Oh,
There's a couple of elderly people.
yeah, I'm not.
Because their parents show
I'm not
up.
gonna know who those.
One
people
of them is the guy with a cigar. He's like super famous.
Yeah, I think you're thinking it's
Burns?
I think
Something
you're
Burns.
thinking it's George Burns.
Yeah.
but I don't think that's
It's
who it
George
is.
Burns.
Okay.
Is
Andy doubts.
Sure.
I don't think it is, but I'm willing to see who's right and who's wrong.
And what we get right.
And what we
part
got.
2.
Here we go.
I've seen this
Jesus,
movie
remember.
a lot of times.
Oh, same. This is like a family.
I've seen this
It's a
movie-
Christmas
edition.
movie that happens all the time.
I've seen this movie twice.
Twice?
Yeah,
Two
my entire
times?
life. And not recently at all.
Oh, it's funny.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Is she's the daughter?
No, she is the neighbor.
Okay.
She's the rich neighbor who's always
are you-
getting the wrong end of the stick when Chevy chases.
Oh, I thought
up
you
to
said Juliette
shenanigans.
Lewis. You said Julia
No,
Louis.
no, Julia Lewis is also in the movie.
But she's the daughter.
She is.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. That's what I thought you were saying. But yes, Julia Louise Dreyfus is the next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Because something goes through her window later on.
Yes. Icicle? Oh, something. No, the gutter breaks and all the ice like comes out in like a big stick and just goes through her window and then breaks her piano and then melts on the carpet, and there's like no
She's
evidence.
like slipping.
because it's like the perfect crime. It's like something had to come through the window.
This movie is the best vacation movie too. I'm pretty sure.
Not for them.
Not for who?
Anybody,
the family?
really.
The family?
The characters?
Nobody's.
I think it's
having
like
a good vacation.
it's the funniest one though. It's the most enjoyable one. I think hands down anyone would agree with that.
Sure.
Hands up.
Hands up. Hands down. I think Wally World, the first one,
The very first one.
is
it's fun.
pretty strong.
It's fun.
European Vacation.
It's got that great song.
Falls off the cliff. A little
Holiday
bit.
Road. Holiday Road.
That was like Country Bear version.
Right. Get on up on the holiday road. Holiday
Now it's
road.
kind of Danny Elfman. The way you did it just
Oingo
then.
Boingo?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear the Danny Elfman version.
Can I hear the Danny Elfman version of
I downloaded
Holiday
that song
Road?
a long time ago on LimeWire. It's only like a minute and 20 seconds long.
Did you get a virus?
I immediately got a virus, had to throw my computer out. Don't download things
happened
on
like once a
LimeWire.
week.
Yeah. But like you closed the computer, but the song kept playing. So it's just like in the dumpsters playing Holiday Road on loop.
Yeah. I'm like only searching for viruses on there.
The computer keeps showing back up
Trojan.
mysteriously like a cursed doll.
You can just hear it in the distance. Do you guys hear Holiday Road? Is anyone else?
What's happening here?
It's the It Follows.
Just me? Yeah.
My computer comes back from the garbage. It's just like covered in viruses. Like, please don't throw me away.
I would make you pay if you throw me away. Holiday Road.
Oh, you downloaded the song correctly. So how does this movie start?
So they have to get a Christmas tree? No.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe.
that happens.
Yeah.
Is that the first
Does-
thing, though?
That's hard to say.
Chevy Chase might go into work. Do you know what his job is? Does anyone remember what his job is? Because
I don't, but I know he's getting a bonus.
Yes, I remember the bonus.
He's expecting a bonus.
Waiting
He's
for his bonus.
expecting
Yeah.
his bonus, and it should come
hasn't come
right
yet.
before Christmas.
he's telling a coworker about it. And he's going to put it in a pool.
yeah,
That's the big thing.
like an in-ground pool. Mm-hmm. Oh,
The
that's
only kind of pool.
seriously high five.
Wow.
Yeah, totally nailed it.
Andy Hubert's going to put it in an above ground pool. No judgment because I'm going to use it. It's going to be great.
You putting it in an above ground?
He's thinking
pool?
about it.
So, hopefully.
It's been thrown around.
How much do you need for that below ground?
Are you getting that?
Too much.
Are you getting that?
Is it like $10,000?
It's so
At least,
expensive.
at
I bet.
least.
I couldn't even imagine.
It's crazy.
I got it.
He works for like a cereal or just food corporation, and he's working on something that'll elongate the life of cereal.
Make
Some
it
sort of
crispier for
chemical.
longer.
Isn't it
Lasts
already
longer on the
long
shelf.
enough?
Not long enough. Get it longer.
Get it
Food
longer.
science.
Okay.
Oh, the crunch enhancer? Yeah, it's a non-nutritive cereal varnish. It's semi-permeable. It's not osmotic. What it does is it coats and seals the flake, prevents the milk from penetrating it. Yeah, it's a beautiful product. I like it.
Brian Doyle Murphy is his boss.
Murray.
That's right.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, I think that's
Bill Murphy.
wrong. Bill Murphy and Chevy
Chevy Chase.
Chevy
Bill Chevy
Chase.
Strong. And they have to go get this Christmas tree. And they spend hours looking for this thing. There's a callback from the original movie where they are on the freeway and hijinks happen and they get stuck under a truck in their car. There's always a freeway hijinks.
They get stuck under a truck?
They get stuck under a
man.
truck.
What, were they trying to go underneath it?
Yeah.
Like
guy-
Fast and Furious style?
A guy like cuts them off and they have like no choice.
And this
but
is in the station wagon? Mm-hmm. Okay.
yeah.
And they already have the tree?
No.
Oh.
They're on the way to get the tree. And I think there's like just some hooligans trying to hot rod Chevy Chase.
And he wants to hot rod too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course he does.
He takes goading not very well. Like,
Yeah.
he'll get goaded into doing something very easily without even like
Kind of that Back to the Future style, calling him chicken.
Yeah. He crashes the car, like flies over an embankment, but it lands in the tree, like Christmas tree place.
Classic.
Of course it
That's
does.
so good.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon.
Yeah.
So they just like immediately get out and look for the tree. It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, what do you know?
all right, hey, we're here. We made
They
it.
spend a super long time looking for it. there's a scene where a beam of light comes down from the heavens and shines on a tree, and Chevy Chase's eyes light up, and he's the happiest he's ever been in his whole life seeing
He's
this
found
tree.
it.
He's found the one.
He's like way into the spirit of Christmas.
He loves
He
Christmas.
loves it. Yeah, so much so that he's like constantly working on the light decorations for his house.
He needs the best Christmas ever.
Yeah, it's because
No matter the cost.
He's trying to show everybody up.
No, it's just his
he's just passionate about
personal
Christmas.
thing.
Yeah.
It's his personal project or his goal.
Yes,
He has to show his
and-
family the best of whatever it is.
and he's waiting for the perfect moment to show them the lights.
Yeah, that happens like sort of near the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the family comes in.
Yeah,
I think he's like waiting
the
for
parents.
everybody to get there before he's going to show the lights up.
Yeah. There's moments of him like setting it up and like stapling his glove to the thing.
Yeah, and like
just putting
Rusty's
up a bunch
helping
of lights.
out.
Yeah.
and-
Family sort of helps, but they don't really want to do anything. It's cold out. They just want to sit inside and drink hot chocolate, and Chevy wants to do whatever. He's got like a whole lawn set, like Santa Claus is out there. He's got the best like house in the neighborhood
Yeah.
in terms of decorations.
How quickly before families start coming over for the actual?
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Like 20
I'm
minutes
not-
in?
I think they're aware of it.
The parents, are they the wife's parents that come?
Both.
It's
Sets?
everybody.
Oh, okay.
Both
I thought it
sets
was only
of-
one set.
Both
There's
sets of parents come over.
also whoever Randy Quaid is that
Uncle Eddie.
Yeah.
is he related to Chevy Chase?
I think he's related to
Chevy Chase?
Beverly D'Angelo.
I don't know which one's right anymore. It's like I Bernstein Bared myself.
You even made up that one. That's a third version of that.
Oh boy. Bernstein Bared? What, Bernstein Bared?
Yeah, you changed
What's
the
the other
beginning. Bernstein and
Bernstein.
But you changed the
Bernstein.
You changed the burn
Yeah,
to
you
the
know,
bear.
Bernstein
You know,
Advantage
the law
Bears.
offices of Bernstein and Bernstein. Bear.
Oh boy.
The whole family comes in. It's a big rigmarole. They're handing out presents. They're giving all the kids cheek pinches. And one of the presents even
There's also like a crazy
is meowing.
aunt. Yes, because
Yeah.
there's a like a kind of crazy like
senile.
great aunt and great uncle that come over.
Yes.
Yeah, and one of the presents is meowing.
Yes.
And she also brought like a fruit cake.
Yeah, one of the presents is also leaking.
Oh man! She brought over a cake that has like cat litter mixed in
Yeah,
with it.
she accidentally packed the cat, and she accidentally packed the Jello mold because she's just senile.
Don't eat it. Don't eat that. That sounds gross. And Uncle Eddie.
Uncle Eddie
brings like a motorhome. Like he's living in
Yeah,
a
an
motorhome
RV.
in the driveway.
Yeah.
An RV. Yeah,
And he's got two kids
yeah.
who are a little bit like dim-witted, or they're a little trailer
They're kind of
parky.
like punk-looking kids.
Also notably, not that it matters because continuity is whatever, but his kids were like definitely teenagers in the last movie, and now in this movie, his kids are like little kids now.
Yeah, they haven't really aged.
no, they reverse age. They reverse
reversed,
age.
yeah.
They got little kids instead of teenagers for this one for whatever reason, to fit the holiday spirit, I guess.
Yeah, well, I vaguely remember because the one before this was what, European Vacation?
Yeah, he wasn't in that one.
Yeah.
He was only in the first one. This is kind of like his
Oh,
return
I
to
see,
glory
I
moment.
see. Yeah.
Into the series, and he even they made a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, starring Randy Quaid.
No, they didn't.
That exists.
Really?
Yes.
What year did they come out with that?
Like 2003.
oh, of
it
course
was
they
like
did.
way late.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Well, weirdly enough, the one I really remember is like the straight to video one, the Vegas Vacation.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know that one quite a bit because I think I saw that one way ahead of all the other ones.
Huh. You saw them out of order.
I did.
Oh.
I saw that one, then I saw Christmas, then I saw the original Vacation.
What's your experience
And
with
I
them?
haven't really seen European.
I mean, I've only watched these like just when they were on TV, and I was flipping through.
They were never like a family thing? You never
No.
watched them? That was
No.
the whole point to watch these movies, is like with your family. Because
Nope.
then you relate to what's happening.
Never did. That's why I've only watched it twice. It was just when I was flipping through channels and it happened to be on, and I was like, nothing else is on. I'll watch this one, I guess.
and this was written by John Hughes.
Ooh.
Really?
Wait, no.
The original, maybe.
The original was written by John Hughes. Maybe this one was written by him too.
It's a good movie. It's a well-written film.
It's possible. Maybe I'll just say characters by.
Characters welcome.
Ooh. Hey.
There's a bunch of stuff that happens
Yeah,
in
I'm trying
this.
to.
There's a lot of things.
There is a lot of things.
Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be?
We could talk about the dinner. Mm-hmm. That's a big scene.
We could talk about the sledding.
Oh, there's sledding. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We got to talk more about the bonus. That's like one of the few things I do remember.
Sure.
Yes, and that comes into play way at the very end.
Uh-huh.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
I don't really know what's going on there exactly, other than she's like with her boyfriend who's got this like slick back black hair.
He's like David Duchovny should have been casted in that role.
Right.
It's a
Do you think David
damn
Duchovny was
miscast.
like acting at that time?
Yeah,
He must have been.
I think he would have been right for the moment. I mean, he had done Beethoven. I mean, what else is he doing?
I say he was playing a weird, air freshener.
This movie came out.
Don't tell mom the
CEO.
babysitter's dead. Oh,
89, I believe.
I feel like it's later, but you could be right.
I'm gonna say I
I
think
think that's
Because it looks
accurate.
good. The movie itself, like, it looks better than the other movies. Shot on
does.
different quality film,
It's
different
shot
lighting.
way-
I'm not quite sure.
Ooh, there's a cartoon opening, right? Isn't there?
Is there a cartoon?
Isn't there? I think
opening?
there always is a cartoon opening.
What would happen in the cartoon?
I think in the cartoon opening, Santa Claus is on his way delivering
Oh,
presents,
you're
and
right.
he keeps like hitting things and running into things.
Bad things keep
and-
happening to Santa.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a quick summation of the idea of like Vegas vacation. Like you're on this vacation, all this catastrophe happens, and you didn't plan for it, didn't expect it.
Christmas Vacation. You said Vegas because you got Vegas on the brain.
no, he's thinking of Viva Rock Vegas.
Viva Rock Vegas. Sorry, I meant I meant the original vacation. is
Oh,
what
the
I was
original
saying.
one. Oh, interesting. I tried to watch a little bit of Flintstones Vegas Vacation.
No, you
Ooh,
didn't. You
you-
shouldn't.
Jane
No.
Krakowski is in it. She plays Betty
Who?
from 30 Rock.
Who plays
Oh, from the
Fred?
No, but those people were not famous.
Yeah, I know.
It should have been Will Sasso, but he
Ooh,
didn't.
that would have been.
He didn't get
yeah.
a phone call.
Wait a second. What are you talking about?
So there was a second Flintstones movie
Yeah.
that was a prequel.
Okay. And
It's
you're
called
telling me
Viva
that
Rock.
John Goodman's not in it?
No,
None of the original cast is in it.
What? I thought they were.
No.
they're like younger. It's like when they first met, when Betty
Oh my
and
god.
Barney and
They had to scrape the barrel
Hold
on casting that one, which
Yeah.
seems crazy, knowing that the first one made so much money. But
And the second one came out so quickly too after the first. You know, it was only like a couple years later. That's wow.
Viva Rock Vegas, baby.
No one wanted to see it.
So they go to the mall. This is where this like sexy lady shows up. And, Chevy Chase is at a perfume counter flirting. She's flirting with him. He's flirting with her. She's showing her a slit in her dress. Like you can't even see like the panty line. He says. And then,
Oh yes.
And then her like the son comes over and Ross.
Yeah. Rusty.
Yeah, like catches his dad oogling the lady. There's always like some insecurities that Beverly D'Angelo has, whether like he's straying from the relationship or cheating. It's always like a theme in the vacation films. In the first one, it's Christy Brinkley in the pool. In this one, it's this lady
Right,
at the
'cause she's
counter.
in the car and yeah.
I think there's probably one in Viva Las Vegas, but he's more obsessed with the gambling in that one. I don't even know if there's a lady like trying to woo him.
I think there is. I think there definitely is.
It's a thing that happens, and she has to like grip a little harder on her man, you know.
Yeah, it seems kind of like Chevy Chase too, because he was kind of like a womanizer, and
Yeah, you think art
I think he's
imitating
bringing a
life
part.
kind
Yeah, I
of
think he's
thing?
bringing a part of himself
Life
into this
imitating
role.
art.
No one liked him.
Yeah, that's the rumor, right?
People hated him.
Yeah.
he quit the first season of after the first season of SNL.
Seems like there's a lot of bad things to say about him, but people liked him when these movies were being made.
He was funny.
It wasn't
Yeah.
until like after the fact where it was like fun to rag on him.
He was funny. I heard that he was kind of talking about how he wished he didn't do all the pratfalls that he did on SNL because now he's like dealing with a lot of back problems and just
That's what he's known for. He's known to be
it was
goofy.
yeah, it was his whole thing.
Falls down and we laugh.
I mean, there would like be scenes in the first season SNL. He's like walking up a ladder and falls all the way down the ladder. It's like falling on your back,
Wow.
like 4 feet, 5 feet down.
Woof.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do it.
He falls off the roof in this one. He goes flying off a sled in this one.
He's a very physical comedian.
Yeah.
That's his strong suit.
He always makes something funny out of nothing. If he's like, because there's moments where he's like he just cut down the tree, and him and his wife are like in bed, and he's flipping through a magazine. He keeps getting his fingers caught in the magazine. Like, sap is just so sticky, and it's just like him playing with a magazine. It's really funny.
It really works.
Yeah.
Like, these are, I don't really know of a lot of the other movies that he made in the 70s and 80s.
Fletch
but
was his
these
big
ones
one.
seem like they really
Caddyshack.
work.
Caddyshack
Yeah.
is pretty big too.
Caddyshack's weird because he is
He's not really a
He's
main
much more
role.
understated in that movie. Like, everything's a lot more subtle. Like, all of his comedy, like, it's very different, I think, from a lot of the other movies he's known for.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely a different kind of performance.
Yeah, he's very subdued.
Yeah. A lot of, like, his stuff is something you can miss easily because it's just, like, it happens real quick and moves on to something else. And, like, you have to, it's when you watch it, like, the fourth time and you're like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Wow, you're bringing up a lot of things I didn't remember. Didn't remember the mall scene very well. Mm-hmm. I mostly remember the tail end of this movie.
Well, let's get into that stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
The big lighting ceremony.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Chevy Chase has been working.
So he
his
works so
arse
hard,
off
and he's
getting
like,
this
he wants
together.
everybody to come outside to see the lights.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he does like a big countdown and everything for it.
He gets the two chords
And
in
he
either hand.
puts them together, and nothing happens.
No.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
That's it.
You work that hard, and it doesn't work.
Keeps trying and trying. He thinks the light. He's checked every light bulb. He's got a map of
Can
everything.
you imagine checking every light bulb?
He did it. He does it again because he thinks it's wrong. But
Wow.
this is a fun moment because his family kind of like gets behind him.
Yes. Yes.
Like supporting him. But even if they're not twinkling, the house still looks pretty.
Like his parents are like, it's okay, it still looks really nice.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I'm speculating, but I think like Beverly's parents are just like, let's go inside. This is boring.
They're a little like the Costanzas.
Yeah.
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 Make that reference.
And I think his family, his immediate family is pretty supportive too. Like,
Yeah, his dad and his mom
but
and
he's so
dad.
fixated on wanting to make it work.
He has to have the perfect Christmas for everybody.
Yep. And
He's out there checking lights again. There's like moments later, like a few scenes down the road, he's trying again. He brings everybody out, does it again.
Nothing.
It doesn't work. But then, you
there
go.
is, because
You go.
I'm pretty sure maybe he's outside and Beverly like goes into the garage and she turns the light on to grab something.
light switch, yeah.
And that's all it needed was like that one light switch had to be turned on.
Before that, he has a freak out moment where he's like destroying his own Santa Claus.
Oh yeah,
He's just yelling all sorts of obscenities on the lawn.
yeah.
He's continually jamming the plugs.
Pretty
into
sure he
each other.
kicks Santa's face in.
Yeah,
Can't wait to watch
he
this.
really like lets it loose because the whole time, like everyone's kind of been on his nerves. Uncle Eddie's showing up, the parents showing up, and he like lets them have it.
Well, this is after that. After the he finds out what his bonus is, right? Too.
No,
No, not yet.
This
Not
is
yet.
down. That's
The other thing
It happens again.
The other
Similar
thing,
way.
reason why he is upset at Uncle Eddie is because Eddie had no money for presents, and he asks Chevy Chase, like, "Can you buy presents for my kids?"
There's all
Because
sorts of stuff
right,
like
I
that.
hear you're getting this bonus, so you're gonna have some of the money.
Chevy
and-
Chase actually offers. It's not.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They say that.
I think he's kind of Randy Quaid's like a little forward about it, like, "Hey, so we didn't have any money."
There's a
to
part
give
where
Living out of the
kids."
RV.
where they're in a Kmart and they're talking about it, and like Chevy Chase like grabs like a Christmas ornament and puts it in the cart, and then Uncle Eddie immediately like slams like a big thing of dog food on it.
Yes.
He breaks it.
Because I forgot they have like a giant Rottweiler.
Yeah, they have like there's a huge evil dog in the
Oh,
movie.
that just reminded me of another scene. The squirrel. Do you remember the squirrel?
Oh yes.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
No.
Okay.
No, definitely can't forget the squirrel.
You don't remember the squirrel?
I don't remember the squirrel at all.
Okay. So that brings us to the dinner scene.
Well, the lights work. There's a moment where he like plugs them in the last time, and it lights up the whole universe. It's so bright.
So bright.
So bright, so much so that Julia Louis is next door, I think, falls over
Yep.
because it's so bright.
So bright.
She like trips out
falls down
over
the
and out of
stairs.
bed or something like that.
I can't wait to watch this. You guys
Yeah.
are making me excited to see this.
They're like
It's a funny movie.
They're like the butt of like a bunch of happenstances. Like
Yeah.
they're not intentionally trying to make their lives miserable. It just keeps happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like rich like New York City people that just moved to the suburbs and just like can't stand it for some reason.
Yeah. They always want to
They
go
like
skiing.
hate how like festive the family is, or how festive anybody
I don't even know
is.
if they like directly encounter the Griswolds at any point.
Yeah, they're always in their own house,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird.
Things just happen to them.
Yeah. So the dinner, that does not go well because
It goes kind of well,
well,
except for the
what about the turkey?
the turkey pops open like a weird balloon.
They like overcook. It does. It's such a funny
Yeah.
scene too because it's almost like weird stop motion animation in a way. So they cook the turkey and he brings it out and it looks so nice. It looks
It's the most beautiful looking turkey.
And then he takes a fork and a knife to it, and he tries to slice off one little bit, and the entire thing literally like deflates on itself and just spews out like just a
bunch
puff
of
of like
steam flies
steam
out of
and
it.
like it just looks like burnt and disgusting inside.
There's a fun the last moment of that scene is who wants the heart? like the
heart.
Who wants to eat the heart? But and there's like moments, then it cuts to like them actually eating the food. Uncle Eddie's loving it. The dog is like choking on a bone below it.
You think Uncle Eddie's eating that kitty litter Jello pie?
Yeah, he does.
I think he is.
Yeah.
He's crunching on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And I think this is where the Christmas tree gets set on fire.
Well, it's because the squirrel gets in the house.
Uh-huh.
And the
The squirrel
squirrel
might be a separate incident, but maybe not.
because the squirrel gets into the house, the dog sees the squirrel runs into the burning fireplace, runs out and goes towards the tree and catches the tree on fire.
I'm pretty sure it's the.
You think it's different?
It's the grandpa's stogie. He like accidentally,
cigar.
or maybe he's just there.
I think the squirrel.
Oh man, I'm excited to see.
I
which
think
it
he
is.
kicks the squirrel at the tree. I might be making that up.
I think there's something like flammable, like within this tree.
Some
for
fireball
reason.
gets kicked.
I'm
at
rooting
the
for
tree.
the squirrel one. This sounds so much better than just a stogie lighting a tree on fire.
There might be just like too many things like plugged into an outlet, also, and like the cat maybe gets into that, and the cat.
Yeah.
The cat does
fried.
get into and he fries, and then the tree fries up with the cat.
I think I was mixing up a This American Life episode from like decades ago.
Because there's like a very scary a cat like outline of like a black
man.
outline of where the cat was.
Oh, that poor cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uncle Eddie was dumping his sewage into like the side of the road.
yeah,
for whatever
just like
reason.
down the sewer.
Yeah, there's a fun moment.
like
Yeah,
using
where
it
he's
like
just
a
like he's just
septic tank.
He's dumping his
his
his RV
yeah.
stuff down the thing.
Yeah.
He's like waving at the neighbors. He's in his robe.
Yeah.
That I bring that up because I think it gets lit on fire somewhere at the end of the movie, or something happens with that.
He's got kind of a fun costume. He's like wearing the robe, and then I
Yeah.
think he has like the Russian hat on with like the
Ears.
ear flaps.
I don't
It'd
know
be
what that hat's called.
I don't know either.
It definitely has a distinct name.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
So at this moment, he gets a telegram.
That's what my
Yeah.
thought was.
Because Chevy Chase doesn't think that he was going to get the bonus, but then this comes, and he
Right, because it should have come earlier, and then
yeah.
people are like, maybe it got lost in the mail, and
yeah.
well, it's Christmas time, maybe they just haven't delivered it yet. He's
Yeah.
like, no, I was supposed to get this yesterday.
Yeah, I think, I think he's even telling that to
someone
the
delivers it.
random
And yeah, they're like, "Sorry, we just got held
They
up
send
by
it
the
to like the
snow."
wrong
Yeah,
address or
like that.
something. Or,
It's some like nasally weird delivery man, post office guy.
yep.
Maybe
And this is a big moment. He gathers the entire family around because they want to know, like, how big was this bonus check?
everything's at its lowest point.
Got
But
to pay
wait,
for that pool, you know.
here's a high point. Bonus check time.
And he rips that open. What is in there?
Jelly of the month.
Yeah,
Club.
it's a subscription.
No, Jelly of the Month Club. Why would you want that?
That sounds all right.
What are you going to get? Like a jar of jelly a month?
Yeah.
For how long?
12 months.
It's a year subscription.
That sucks.
That's kind of good.
That's not
mean-
even good at... No. No. You can get so much better stuff.
I'll get you a chip of the month club this year. How about
Ooh,
that?
there you go. I heard you love chips.
For how long?
You get one a month for a year. That's how these clubs work.
It ends after a year?
There's cheese ones. There's wine ones.
Who's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
pay for this after a year?
It ends. It's like a magazine subscription.
Just trying to see if someone will pay for it.
Barbecue sauce. There's all sorts. Hot sauce, I bet, has a subscription now.
Oh yeah,
Yep. It's out there.
Meat.
meat of the month.
Meat of the month.
Butcher Box.
Ooh,
Right?
there you go.
Right? We're not sponsoring them. So he becomes irate.
Yeah.
Yes. And
He's
That's an understatement.
He's furious that he didn't get what he was expected.
Yes. And
So much so.
Yes. He's like yelling about how much he hates his boss for doing this. And it's like, he says he's going to go kill him or something.
Yep.
No, he says he wishes
gonna-
he was here
Oh, okay.
so he could tell him off.
Oh my God.
And then Randy Quaid
I
takes
was
it
like,
literally.
I remember
Yeah.
Uncle Eddie
Yeah.
takes it literally and actually goes to try to like kill his boss or something.
He kidnaps
takes him
him.
hostage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And brings him
At
back
gunpoint.
to the house. So now they're in this big ordeal where he was just kidnapped right before Christmas.
Yeah. It's Randy Quaid's Christmas gift
Yeah.
because for helping him out so much.
Which I don't know. How does Chevy Chase take that?
He like the boss is like mad, obviously, and then the whole
I'm
family.
still saying his name wrong.
It's okay. I've moved past it.
We've all come to live with it.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it way after the fact. Like, was that right or wrong? That was wrong.
And the whole family confronts him about getting the bonus. He like looks around, everyone's like crying and sad that they're not going to get this bonus. Brian Doyle Murray seems really sad, and he has like a big heart, and finally like caves and gives them the bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. He realizes that he made a mistake.
Right. But the police get called on him, and they all show up because like the wife of Brian Doyle
wife
Murray,
called, yeah.
and they're like the whole SWAT team is there to like take down the family.
Do they break into the house?
Yes.
So they like bust the door
Yeah,
down.
Everything gets broken.
There's like an awkward moment where like Beverly D'Angelo is like in a blowjob position to Chevy Chase, and she like has to freeze. It's like,
Wait, why is she in there?
I don't know reasons.
dropped something
She
or
dropped
something,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Put jokes on a joke, I guess.
Yep. That's a weird joke.
Yeah, it's in there. Or he's like has her hand on her crotch or something. And Brian Doyle Murray calls it off, apologizes, and everything's hunky dory. Everyone has some eggnog and Christmas time, and
So wraps up pretty nicely.
Only Julia Louis-Dreyfus
Yeah.
and her boyfriend are victim to all the awful stuff.
Now that kind of happens in the first one too, because they take the
Wally
vacation all the way to Wally World to find out that it's closed for the week that they're trying to go, and then they kidnap the guy to be able to go to Wally World.
Yeah, it's almost
Kidnaps is their
a
specialty,
remake.
you know?
Yeah, kidnapping
Yeah.
It's their thing.
Runs in the
They're
family.
great at it.
Classic.
My favorite part of this movie is when Chevy Chase gets stuck in the attic on accident, and the whole family leaves him.
Oh, and they go to the
and he like
he watches like the
home
old
videos.
home videos. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and then two burglars try to break into his
That
house.
would
He has
be
to fight
sweet.
them off with paint
That'd be
cans.
great.
And
Ooh.
that scene ends with his like legs falling through the seat, like the whole
Yes.
the roof.
Yeah, because you gotta be on the boards. You can't be on the
Yep.
drywall.
yeah.
He goes right through them. Or he just steps on those on accident, and he like puts his hands down to get a little bit of heat. It ends with him falling through the stairs. Like Beverly D'Angelo comes home to put Christmas presents away, pulls the string, and he falls off the attic and probably dies.
That sounds right.
It could have
He
been.
probably breaks his neck and is dead.
What a Christmas, huh?
Christmas with the neck cranks. So anything else? What do we got?
Yeah.
They don't go on vacation. Movie's over.
Well, it's a staycation.
There's that sled moment, but I'm not going to get into that. It's just funny.
It sounds like they sled.
He like puts this like super lubricant on the bottom of the sled.
Oh, and
it's
it's like shooting
that's
sparks.
right.
yeah, he just like slides for miles.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's fast motion too. It's just like zoom.
It's very
gotta be.
good. The fun song plays.
Holiday Road.
Chevy Chase is obviously just sitting on a sled, and people are running by, hitting him with tree limbs in a soundstage.
right.
There definitely is a squirrel in that tree, though,
Yes.
at the beginning. Yeah, but that isn't the cause of the fire.
I think the dog
No,
chases it into the,
The dog
fireplace.
is fine.
It catches on
no,
fire.
I'm
It
with
runs,
Andy on
it
this
runs
one.
around the
I'm
house.
The cat bites a cord.
It runs. Oh, the cat might bite a cord, but
No, a squirrel gets caught on fire and just chased
And
by
it
a
runs up
dog
the tree
into
and
it
a
catches the tree on fire.
That's just a fact.
or maybe. Maybe the squirrel just catches on fire and they punt the squirrel out the house through a window.
You just really need a squirrel to be on fire.
There's a squirrel on fire in this movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I want to say Jonathan Lipnicki, but that's wrong.
Oh wow.
But it's
That seems
something like
way too
that
early.
for
Playing the squirrel?
no that guy Russ's kid.
Russ has a kid.
No,
The kid as a kid?
Who plays the kid?
Yeah.
You're trying to think of who plays Rusty.
Yeah.
It's the guy from The Big Bang.
It is. What's his name, though?
I think
He's the guy that was also...
Justin?
Oh, he's the guy that was also in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
And Roseanne.
yeah.
And Roseanne.
You might be right, actually.
That's not
I don't have
Jonathan
the-
Lipnicki.
Oh, it's
It's something like that.
very close to that.
It's so close to that, Andy.
Oh, I see.
Ledecky?
I see.
No.
Oh, yeah. Galecki.
Yeah.
Something Galecki. John Galecki?
Jason
Galecki?
Galecki?
Oh, that was a good pull.
Yeah. Yep.
It was so funny. I
Alright.
was at my grandma's earlier, and she had The Big Bang Theory on, and
I think the Big Bang Theory is
Yeah.
always on somewhere.
when is
That's
it now? Is
true.
Yeah, now it's on TBS. It's syndicated.
It's very funny.
It's been on forever. Anyway, he was in that show. I saw him today, so I was like, oh yeah, he's in this movie too.
It's that guy.
I think the first name's wrong.
Galecki?
That one's
Jonathan
correct.
Galecki.
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 Galecki's correct.
Sam Galecki. Nick. Mike.
Mr. Galecki.
Mr. Galecki.
Well, we'll see what we got right and what we got wrong in part 2. And Andy Hubert will probably run the most of that show because he was pretty quiet on this part.
I'm excited to watch this. Like I've never watched this and paid attention.
It's
so
so
this is
weird
the first time I
to
get
have
to
only
really
s-
get into this.
To have only seen
That's
it the
crazy.
third time is crazy to me. I've seen this at least like 80 times.
No?
It's pretty much always on. Mm-hmm. I mean,
It's
every
hard to
Christmas,
avoid.
my family talks about this movie.
My my family's Christmas movie is just a Christmas story.
There it is. The Griswold family Christmas tree.
Isn't it a little big?
It's not big, it's just full.
Dad, that thing wouldn't fit in our yard.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room. Look at it.
It really is beautiful, Clark.
Something else, huh, Russ?
Yeah, Dad.
Isn't it a beaut, Audrey?
She'll see it later, honey. Her eyes are frozen.
Most enduring traditions of the season are best enjoyed in the warm embrace of kith and kin. The tree is a symbol of the spirit of the Griswold family Christmas.
Dad, did you bring a saw?
Welcome back to the Double Christmas Tree Podcast. We watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
You said that because he gets
Two trees. That's where we screwed up.
Yep.
We didn't realize there were 2 trees.
Yep.
There was a second man on that hill.
Yeah.
A second tree on
Yeah,
that.
a second treer.
Yeah,
shooter.
that's what we got confused about. What tree got destroyed?
The
and
leafy knoll.
Yeah,
What was
we
happening
couldn't figure out
and-
where the squirrel came from.
Squirrel came from the outside
second
tree.
Yeah.
Second tree came in. First tree got burned down.
Didn't catch on fire though. The squirrel.
Yeah,
He just jumps around.
Yeah.
And
that's
everyone's
true.
back and
That's
stuff.
true. I was wrong.
Sometimes it's
I'll
like
admit
a-
it.
It's the classic bit where the squirrel's like a puppet on someone's back, and they're looking for it, and they turn around, and someone will sees it's on their back,
And then
hits
hits him with a bat.
Classic comedy.
Classic.
Man, did this movie fly by
It was so short.
It
like
moves.
Rudolph
It
on
moves.
Christmas night.
Yep.
I feel. Here's the thing. I didn't know it was that short because I realized I've only ever watched it on TV with
the
commercials,
commercial
which
breaks.
makes it like
Ooh,
2.5
pads it
hours
out.
long.
That's true.
Pads that out.
It does. But this movie moves, and I mean, like,
You hadn't seen it for a long time.
no, and it was charming. I get the appeal. Like, this movie never stuck out in my head as
It
like,
charmed you?
When I remember watching it again, I was like, yeah, this is fun.
It cooks.
It's a good movie.
There's always another thing. There's always
Yes.
like another problem. Another person shows up. There's always something.
My big question when I was watching it, I didn't do any research,
No.
but Randy Quaid, is this his first appearance in the Vacation
Incorrect.
series?
He's in the first movie.
He's in the very first one? Oh, okay. All right, way wrong.
And he does reference the kids from that first movie as being older, but just not in this movie. So these are 2 new kids. For some reason, I thought they just retconned the 2 kids from the first National Lampoon's Vacation film, but they're still alive. They still exist.
They're just grown.
Yeah, they're just grown up. He like has like an off dialogue when he's drinking eggnog out of that moose with Chevy Chase.
Which I will
Yes.
say, like, I thought about it for a moment. I like his costume, and I thought about doing that for like a Halloween costume.
It would be
or
a
something.
good one, yeah.
He's got that goofy slick back hair with the moose eggnog cup and the,
Oh, yeah.
the tan
So
sweater.
you want to go as the Uncle Eddie this year?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
With your little ear hat thingy.
It can be your old Christmas costume.
Drag
You just
around
wear
a septic
old
tank
Christmas
hose.
costume?
your all day Christmas costume.
Oh, is that a thing?
I think don't people dress up on Christmas Day?
Yeah, that's when you put on costumes. And
Everyone
you
puts
eat
on their
candy.
costumes and eat candy, and you go out and you go you go get
I've
presents
never
door
put
to
on a
door.
costume, but people put on like pajamas and stuff, like Christmas pajamas.
Yeah, that's like the worst
Christmas
gift, though.
Christmas jammies.
Christmas jammies. No, I was always sad when the Christmas jammies showed up. I wanted to see nothing but toys and video games.
They're like, open this present first. Open this first.
no,
It's got the Christmas jammies in it.
I know.
Now go upstairs and wear those.
I knew I was officially old when I got excited to get a big old pack of socks for Christmas when you're.
What was that, last year?
It was like 2 years ago. I got a giant pack of socks, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
heck yeah, I love new socks. This is awesome.
I treated myself to
Now
new
you're an
socks.
adult.
I can't wait."
As soon as I moved out of my house, I treated myself to new socks. I threw all of my old socks away, and I was like, I'm going to have a pair that matches every time.
They're all going to be the
They're
same.
all the same.
Yes.
I never have to worry
No
about
more
it.
matching.
I will say, like, one year I did get nice, like, fun socks, like work socks that were really fun and had cool designs. And I did actually get excited, and I was like, man, I am old.
I love new socks. New
I'm
socks
getting
feel
old. Oh, yeah.
great, man.
Yeah.
I understand, like, when you give your dad, like, a goofy tie. I, like, get that feeling now.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling to get.
You want me to get you a tie for Christmas?
Nah, give me some goofy socks.
Goofy socks? You want goofs?
Can you get Goofy on a Goofy sock? A Goof Troop sock?
Is that, you got to order it through Disney Plus?
I hope probably.
probably, yeah.
Does that come with through Disney Plus?
So let's talk about the movie.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there were any big set pieces we missed.
He gets on that roof, like, super early.
Instantly.
does, yeah. Right
It's like
away.
the second
First thing is
scene.
like lights.
And the first scene is just driving to the Christmas tree place.
Yeah.
They don't even
Yeah.
you don't even see the house lights.
Nope, yeah, the movie opens with them driving to their.
And you guys were kind of like weirding. You didn't believe me about all this like truck and under the car nonsense.
No, I
do
didn't remember
They
it.
do
A lot of
some
these weird
full on like
hijinky
Fast and
things.
Furious stuff going on.
Yeah. There's some
Again,
stunt
it goes
action.
back to watching it on TV. I started probably after that sequence.
That's probably
Yeah, if you miss it the first 5 minutes, you're totally at a loss. Yeah.
It's gone. He got underneath that truck, and I was just like, just get out of there. He like stayed there for like a couple minutes.
Yep.
Like he was like stuck or something.
Yeah. Very
Just
cartoony.
go.
Hanna-Barbera.
But they did do the after he flies off the thing and crashes. They're like, oh hey, we'll just hike in from
Here
here.
it is.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, it
Right
was
here.
fun.
I did also
They
like
made it
when
right
they were
there.
walking up too. I was like, man, he didn't even bring an axe. He's just gonna have an axe when they get there. Nope, that was a joke. And
That
I
was-
was like, they thought of me.
Dad, did you bring the axe? Boink.
There were a couple of sound.
Axe.
There were like 4 sound effects in this movie, and I was like, no.
I did think it was funny though when they were leaving the place. They had the whole tree root system and everything.
Yeah, just took the whole tree right out of the ground.
I do like
It was funny.
and it just cuts. Yeah, well, they mentioned later, he's like, "Yep, dug it up myself." Like,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
they had to do that.
I gotta say, I got it right. John Hughes wrote this movie.
Yeah,
It's a John Hughes film. And you guys are not John Hughes fans.
He is definitely not
I am
John
not a
Hughes.
You
John
said
Hughes
so
fan.
too in
I'm
the
on
podcast.
I'm on the Hughes fence.
You're not for saving Ferris.
Not
You're not 16
necessarily.
Candles.
I'm a Home Alone guy. That's great.
And that's true. Okay. All right. You're 50-50.
I'm a
I'll buy
50-50
it. I'll
Hughes
buy it.
guy.
I think I was reading in like the trivia or something that originally Chris Columbus was supposed to direct this, and he was on set for like 2 days, and like after interacting with Chevy Chase, was like, I quit. I'm not working with
Yeah,
him.
that
And
seems right.
And so they, as a consolation, Hughes gave him Home Alone. It's
Ooh,
like-
the better movie.
Worked
yeah,
out.
it worked out for him.
Although actually they're both considered classics.
Yeah, but yeah, I was like, wow, Chevy Chase is that difficult to work with.
I could imagine it being just the worst. Mm-hmm. He's
He's so full of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Now
like-
he's probably sitting there wondering why no one wants to cast him and stuff.
right. Yeah.
Oh, Chevy.
He does a little Friday the 13th reference. He puts out that Jason mask and chops
And
that
Texas
tree
Chainsaw
down.
Massacre.
Oh, both
yeah,
at the same
it was
time.
both of them at the same time because it's
Oh,
like
right.
the opener.
Right.
That was a good bit, man. I will say I laughed as much actually watching it as we did when you were describing the ice from the thing through the
yeah.
window. That was hilarious. That was a great bit. And then like, well, something had to break the stereo. It's just like, and why is the carpet all wet? I was like, this is hilarious. This is so
Yeah,
funny.
I was so interested by that because all of this stuff was happening in their house and they never really
never-
addressed
They never
it.
see-
They
yeah.
just like were like, okay, it happened. Moving on.
like the light, like the
took it
lights
till,
are
like-
turning on and off, and they're falling over and breaking everything. And I was like, and they never leave the house to confront them about the
They
lights.
never left the house.
They tried to, and then
Well, yeah.
something
The
else.
septic
Like, no, the
the
squirrel
septic-
comes. and jumps on them, I think.
Well, the guy tried to leave the
Later,
house to
yeah.
go for a jog, but then
no,
Uncle Eddie was
Louise
like,
Dreyfus goes over there and is like, if you're not
Yes.
going to do it, I'm going to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the very end, but yeah, she tries to go say something about it, and that's when the squirrel
Incident
is
was
like
occurring, yeah.
flung out the front door onto her.
And
Nothing
then
but
the
bad
dog
things.
right after it.
Oh, right.
I like the dog. The dog's funny.
The dog was good.
Makes little funny noises underneath that table.
Yeah.
But this movie gives me anxiety. There's so
things
much
break.
stuff. Yeah, it's just
I
like
do.
things
I was
just
I
getting
was thinking about
wrecked.
that watching this. I was like, how does
That-
Andy like this?
When that dog
Yeah.
takes that
This is-
tablecloth and just drags it, and
They
the
break
kitchen's
so
all a
much
mess.
stuff.
I can't do it, man. It's not as bad as Mouse Hunt, though.
No, well,
It's
the
not as
house
bad
is
as
still
Harry and the
standing at the end
Hendersons.
of this movie. Although I did, man, yeah, you're right. There are even just like unintentional stuff, like when he's out to do the lights and he's just stapling all over his house, and I'm like, dude, you're just stapling you're puncturing all your side. Oh,
Yeah, he's got to
no.
do that every year, and then he's got to take the staples out when
And
he's
it's like
done.
your house is just going to be leaking.
You gotta use
all
hooks.
over the place.
Use
Yeah.
hooks.
Oh no.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
he didn't know what he was doing because he slid down that roof
Yep.
and he was hanging on to the gutters, and I was like, the gutters aren't going to hold you, man.
Last resort, I guess.
New gutters. Oh, and he'd already paid. He said like $7,500 down payment on that pool.
I know. I was like, dude, you made a mistake.
And
Why
that's
would you
in-
do that?
and that's
you don't even
in
know
back
what your
then
bonus
money.
is going to be.
Yeah,
7,500. Yeah, that's a lot.
that was a lot.
What's that today?
That's,
That's
probably
gotta
like
be like
$100 million today.
Jesus,
at this
that's a
point.
ton of
Maybe a little
money.
less than double.
It's probably about double. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. I feel like.
That's a down payment?
Yeah.
What's the rest of it cost?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, it didn't even look like that elaborate of a pool. It's just a rectangle. It's not like a weird shape or anything.
And I love when he told everybody that he was getting the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Uncle Eddie was like, but I can't swim. And he's like, I know. I know, Eddie.
It was in the vision. I forgot that Eddie was on the diving board in like the tiniest of speedos, just like bouncing
Yes.
up and down.
yeah, and he's
so
just
funny.
like waving. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't remember if we talked about the his staring out the window fantasy.
Yeah, I
in part
mentioned it a
one,
little
but-
bit, but I didn't realize he was like seeing the entire family. I thought he was just seeing that one sexy lady from the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's a common thing in the vacation movies that he's flirting with a girl
Yeah.
who's much, much younger than him.
Yeah.
It sort of happens in the European one, but not to this extent. Does
That
it
one
happen in Vegas?
I've never seen it all the way through.
That was like one of my favorites growing up as a kid. There's some really funny scenes.
The only scene I ever remember is the daughter on the plane. She goes into that dream sequence
Oh,
and she's
yes.
being fed so much food.
My sister
by these,
has
by these
horror memories about
colonial-looking
this.
people,
Mhm.
and I have had nightmares
She
about
keeps
that
eating
sequence.
and eating, and she explodes.
And she, like,
Man.
Yeah, she
She gets
balloons
so
up.
big.
It's like the Willy Wonka scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the only scene I ever remember from that movie.
There's also nudity in it if you watch the R-rated version, which is good.
Okay, let's wrap this up. They also like go to visit their like great
Yes.
grandmother.
And they go to the wrong
who-
house.
Who's not there? Yeah, it's the wrong house.
They go to the wrong house, but like
But
still eat all the food.
They
and
meet
stay the
everybody
day.
there, and they're like, and after they leave, the family in German's like, who were those
Yeah.
people?
And Eric Idle, I think, from Monty Python is in the movie, and they keep on like hitting him with their car, and he's on a bike, or he's like walking around, and they hit him, and he's just like so nice and like playing up the stereotype like British people just being so polite. But like Chevy Chase like constantly ruining this man's life.
I need to go back and watch that one. I've seen Vegas Vacation a couple times.
Anyone see that remake? Came out like 4 or 5 years
with
ago.
Ed Helms. No,
Christina Applegate.
Nope.
I don't see the point of it.
No, yes.
I don't see the point.
Maybe they
Trying to
might
make
have
a
been,
buck?
I was say they might have been trying to revitalize
Yeah.
the franchise and do it again. Then that one didn't go over anywhere. They're like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you could do it. You just got to do it a totally different way. Get a lot younger of a comedian.
Yep.
Someone in their 20s or 30s, a little bit more unknown.
yeah, because he's supposed to play who? The son, Rusty?
Yeah. Canonically, but it's the
No,
same
it's not
story.
gonna
again.
work.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
No.
I can't even believe I remembered that lady's name, Beverly D'Angelo.
Oh, yeah. She's in a lot of stuff.
I don't know what else she's in though.
Yeah. I know her from a really amazing movie that nobody's seen called High Spirits. Does anyone know what this movie is?
Nobody's seen it.
Nobody's seen it. It takes place in a castle. It has Steve Guttenberg, Daryl Hannah, Liam Neeson, Beverly D'Angelo,
What a cast.
Peter Gallagher,
Gallagher's brother.
And the lady from Family Guy, Lily or Tully, Joe's wife.
Yeah, Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, Bride of Chucky's in it. And the main guy is also like Christopher Plummer, I think, maybe.
Wow,
no,
what
maybe
a
not.
cast.
Maybe not Christopher Plummer, but someone like that. Super famous guy. It's the weirdest movie. It's about a failed castle that's last resort is to get tourists is to like scare them to like turn it into like a haunted attraction, but it ends up actually being haunted. Like and like real ghosts like come out and scare people.
So is this an 80s movie? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super good.
It sounded like it from the
sounds pretty
cast.
good.
Yeah, there's a scene where Liam Neeson is driving a bus through a swamp at Beverly D'Angelo. It's crazy.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen a young Liam Neeson.
Yeah, this might be one of his first.
I don't think he's ever been
only
young.
first,
I
yeah.
think he's just
I think
always
that's
been
accurate.
Yeah.
I think the first time I ever knew
Jennifer Tilly.
That's
Yeah,
what it was,
that's
yeah.
it.
Not Lily Tomlin.
Come on, get out of here.
Come on. The first movie I ever remember Liam Neeson from is Phantom Menace.
Wow.
I can't go back in time.
He's got to have done other things.
I can't go back in
Between
time.
High Spirits and Phantom Menace, I'm sure he did stuff.
Of
course he did.
I can't even. I don't remember what movie it is. I just remember it because it has a great sword duel between him
Oh,
and
yeah,
the dude from
Tim Roth.
Yeah, Tim Roth. Yep.
Yeah, what's
like
that?
Tim Roth's the bad guy, and he's like totally winning the duel, and at the last second, Liam Neeson's like, "Oh, yeah, I gotcha," and just like cuts him in half. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Yeah, that's Phantom Menace.
oh yeah, that
He
sounds
cuts him
right.
in half.
He cuts Darth Maul right in half.
Darth Maul.
The one thing that confused me in this movie was how staggered the arrival of family members was.
Yes.
The in-laws and his parents show up at the same time.
Act one.
And then there's like a big gap. And then Uncle Eddie shows
Act two.
up. And then there's another big gap. And then the crazy old couple show up. And I was like,
it's like great aunt.
man, what? There's like days between these things.
Yeah.
Like,
You never get to Christmas Day.
no,
It's all
that's true
just
too.
Sort of
That
December.
kind of surprised me.
Wait, they didn't get to Christmas Day?
Ends on Christmas Eve.
Ends Christmas Eve, yep.
Oh, you're right. That's really interesting. Well, so I thought that like the intention was not to have Uncle Eddie there, obviously.
Right.
He
was
just
not
showed
invited,
up.
yeah.
Yep.
And maybe the great aunt and great uncle lived in town. And they planned to come,
It's
or they picked
possibly.
them up at the airport. What was it? I don't know.
They
They
just
just
show up.
arrived
Them.
late.
Yeah, they just show up. But
Not George Burns.
It was
it's
not
somebody
George
else.
Burns, but it looked like George
Yeah,
Burns.
it's another actor who's done like a lot of stuff, but I couldn't really place him from anything else.
one of the grandparents is the
Betty
grandma
Boop.
from Grandma's Boy.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And I was really excited to see
Oh,
her. I
because
like her
she's
a lot.
from Everyone Loves Raymond.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really like. She's
the mom.
She's hilarious. I love her. She was really cool to see her.
The great grandma is the original voice of Betty Boop.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Boop boop be doop.
The old guy's voice.
I didn't even play. That was the sound effect that I played. That
That was
wasn't-
just.
I know,
actual-
that's
that
what I was laughing
weird
at.
Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you laughed. I didn't put it in yet, but you laughed. You
This
laughed
was
at.
recorded later.
Yeah. Brett has a soundboard in front of him.
We,
He just-
we record all of our podcasts
so
in like
meta.
5 different steps.
yeah. It's a
a
process.
We're
sequence.
that diligent.
High production
I couldn't
values.
believe that I forgot that she says grace.
Oh,
and
yes.
she just says the Pledge of Allegiance. That's a classic moment that I forgot that I didn't remember that. And the play ball part
That was
is a
great.
part that I forgot to recall, but really remember.
The whole Thanksgiving dinner is awesome. Uncle Eddie's just eating whatever. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The turkey bit was funny. Just pops up with like, he's like, it might be a little dry.
Yeah, and then Uncle Eddie's
Uncle Eddie's
wife
just crunching away on
starts
it.
crying.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
they're all
overcooked the
crunching
turkey.
away.
They're all
at
just
it.
crunching away. They're all eating it. No one seemed to be complaining.
Yeah, Chevy Chase is like trying to crunch it down and trying to like drink some water just to get it down.
Yeah.
Turkey is just not my thing, though.
You like that dark meat?
Yeah.
You like that dark meat on that turk?
Well, no.
No?
Chicken dark meat.
They're like,
Wait, what do you mean?
you get a lot of meat with that turkey, though.
You do.
And you get some turkey stock. You can make some soup.
The best thing
make
is
some pot
turkey
pies.
rice soup. That's a Moldenhauer family recipe. Turkey rice soup.
Family secret.
Well, could be. It's not that hard.
I like all the other sides, but I also never have turkey on Christmas. That's a ham thing, right? Don't people have ham on
It
Christmas?
depends. Well,
I
yeah. that-
Traditionally?
I don't know if it's.
Is it?
I mean,
Maybe.
I always remember ham and Christmas, but
Yeah.
Well, sure. Obviously, turkey makes sense for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Even Wasabi agrees.
yeah, she's
We have
saying
a
yeah.
fourth member of our podcast now that we've changed locations.
Yeah,
Really going all around our legs here
she's very vocal
Yes.
about her food preferences.
and about wanting to go outside. She really wants to go outside.
They don't ever really. Do they open Christmas gifts? There's not a Christmas gift moment, is there?
There's not a lot of Christmas happening in this
They
movie.
open up the one that has a cat in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because it was going to die.
Yeah, and and then it dies later anyway, which we had.
Oh, yes.
in
'cause
the
it got
jumble of trying to
electrocuted.
figure out what happened with the tree was part of it.
Yeah, let's talk about the tree sequence because that was a big.
it was very confusing. We
point
were
of
very
contention.
confused about it in the first part.
Can I take it 1 second?
Yeah, you can take-
my
you can take
God.
back
We're
to the
never
scene.
going to talk about the trees
Never talk
now.
about the
Never
tree.
gonna
Never
talk.
going to. Oh.
It is built up that Chevy Chase and the wife are going to get the kids presents. And so that never pays off. We never get that presents moment for the children. It's a bummer. I want to.
Yeah, I guess
give me
you're
the extra
right.
day.
Yeah.
Put an extra day on the movie. Pay it off. Let me see those gifts.
Yeah.
Let me see those presents because it's made of. There's like 4 or 5 scenes about these presents in the film.
That's true.
Yeah, can I say like you are kind of right. Like it does need like a wrap up scene because it literally just says like the end.
Yeah, no,
and I was like,
yeah.
that is the end.
The ending
That's
came
it?
out of nowhere. Like, it's so
on the
abrupt.
screen. It says the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh okay.
Give me a morning.
I thought we were like
the
gonna
day
wrap this
after
up.
scene with like one more guest coming over.
Yeah, they did it in Home Alone.
Yep.
They were able to pull it off there. What happened, John? John Hughes.
He saved it for the good one.
Man.
Saved it.
So tell me about Christmas trees.
Okay, so they get the Christmas tree in the very opening.
Which is way too big for their living room.
It fills up the entire roof all the way to the ceiling,
and
it's like bent over.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's too big.
And once the cat is out of the bag,
Got him.
it starts chewing on the lights on the Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And is that what electrocutes it?
It's that's what kills the cat. Yeah,
Yep. It chews
Yeah.
through the wiring wall. It's like under a
yeah.
chair.
It gets
and
like zapped into the ground.
pops and
Essentially,
explode. Yeah, then crisps up.
But that doesn't catch the tree on fire.
no.
Because
Uncle
Great
Eddie's
Uncle-
dumping of sewage
Yes.
combined with fake George Burns's cigar.
Yeah,
his
the
stogie.
stogie, which Brad I think had called in the first one. The stogie is indeed like he
That's when
wanders. He just
pops
wanders
the tree
over
off.
by the tree, and then like it cuts away and cuts back, and he turns around. The tree's just like on fire.
and his back of his jacket's on fire
Yeah.
too. No, did Uncle Eddie's dumping of the sewage have something to do with that?
I guess so. They mention it. They mention some weird smell by the Christmas tree. Fake
Oh,
George
really?
Burns is like sniffing it and be like, "What's that?
Oh, I didn't even
What's
notice
that,
that.
smell?" Yeah.
I because they teased
Smells
it
like
when he was
nitroglycerin.
when he was first dumping the sewage. They're like, if that gas builds up in there and someone lights up, it's gonna blow sky high or whatever. And like as he's dumping it, he has like a cigar in his mouth, and so it was
Yeah.
like, oh, they're gonna blow him up already. And then they didn't.
Yeah, that whole sequence with the sewage didn't pay off the way I thought it would.
Me neither.
I don't really know how I
I
thought it
thought
was
that
going to
whole
work out.
like
but
area exploded, not just the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
it
was
was
weird.
just like Santa and his sleigh, like the ornaments. That exploded, so it can like you can have that sequence where it looks like Santa is flying over the moon, but it's just the toy,
yeah.
or it's just the ornament. It didn't pay off the way I thought it would. Mm-hmm. It didn't quite make sense. So the tree's on fire, and then fake George Burns gets put out because he's on fire. And Chevy Chase is pretty fed up with how the whole night has
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, he's losing it.
So the lights are not working. The tree's on fire. The dinner sucked because it was all dry. So he gets so upset that he
goes off the
This
deep
is
end.
where he puts
Yeah.
on the hockey mask and gets the chainsaw out
Again, yeah.
and he cuts down
His
the
neighbor's
next door
tree.
neighbor's evergreen.
Yep, which crashes through their window.
Yes, which they do not address.
Nope, they just
just
crash through
accept
and they're
it.
like, oh, and then they look at each other and it
And
cuts
then,
away.
yeah, you see like the tree just like pulling away from the window. And so he puts it back up. And as the night continues on, even like the old great aunt is like, what's that noise? What am I hearing? I'm like, you can't even hear anything. What are you talking about? And so they go to the tree. Chevy Chase pushes the branches away. Right there is a squirrel. And the squirrel jumps out, and then the dog starts chasing the squirrel. The dog pulls everything off the table,
Yeah, destroys
runs around the
everything.
house. They're chasing around the squirrel. They're frightened by the squirrel for some reason.
It's rabid.
Yeah, you don't want to just get bit by a
I
squirrel.
don't want to get bit by it.
Well,
Probably.
you don't know. You don't
do you-
take that chance. You don't want
Yeah.
to get those stomach shots. Ugh.
I want to get scratched by a squirrel? No.
I had to find one not so long ago. Got in my bedroom in my house, and we had to figure out how to get it out. Yeah, it just came in through, like broke the screen off our window and just came in our bedroom.
What?
I went
Whoa.
upstairs.
Wait a second. Hold the phone.
I didn't tell you guys this?
What are you talking about?
So like I went upstairs.
You had a Christmas vacation moment?
Yeah, I did. Well,
How long are you going to wait to share this?
I give myself more credit because my plan, like I was able to really handle the situation better than he did. But like I went upstairs to get something, and I'm like in our room, like getting stuff together, and I hear noise. It's kind of like the tree thing, and I was like, "The heck is that?" And I turn over, and there's like a black thing on top of the curtains over our window. And at first, I thought it was a bat, and I was like, "What the heck? How did a bat get in here?" And then it turns around, and it's just like squirrel.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, "What the heck?" And then I look down, and there's like a cat just sleeping on our bed. Not even sleeping. He's laying on the bed watching this squirrel, and I was like, "Way to go, man! Way to do your job here, and like keep this thing out of it." But so I like tell my wife, I was like, "Hey, can you go up here? There's a squirrel in our room. I don't know." And like,
That's a sentence you got to say twice for someone to believe you.
what?
we're standing there and like we're like, what do we do? Like we grab a broom. She grabs the broom and kind of like starts to move near the squirrel, and it just leaps straight into the bathroom, which is in our room. So I just shut the door, and I was just like, well, that's the squirrel's bathroom now. We can no longer go. We can never go back in there.
Close it off.
That's it. Seal it up.
Tape it
Just
shut.
Cast
Drywall
wants
it
a lot of
down.
this thing. Just like
Cast of Amontillado. That I like that.
But we ended up like getting a big rubber storage tote, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna hold this in front of the door. Or I had her hold it in front of the door, and I was like, I'm going to use the broom. I'm going to try and like hockey sweep this thing into here. We'll just put the lid on and take it outside. And that plan worked perfectly.
Really?
I thought for sure I was getting a squirrel to the face because like
Squirrels jump.
and that
They're
tote wasn't
jumpers.
that big, but like I started poking at him with the broom, and he just goes whoop, right into the thing, slap the lid on, perfect.
And was he freaking out, running around in there? Or?
He's not in the tote, actually. He was more scared when he was like on the windowsill, I think, because he definitely like peed and pooed all over our window area. We had to clean it all up.
He's like, I'm in an area that I don't
and
belong in.
and I see cats that are just eyeballing me, but not actually doing anything about it. So they were all fired. I fired all my cats.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yep, they lost. They had one job and they didn't do it. But yeah,
It could have been worse though if they probably did start. It could have turned into
it could have exactly
a Christmas
been.
vacation.
We go up there,
moment.
everything's just
So
destroyed.
they got like 3 cats running after one squirrel.
Oh, it'd been even worse because if the squirrel had come downstairs, then our dog would have chased it, and then it would have been a real Christmas vacation.
I forgot you had a dog.
Yeah, and it would have been a disaster. So that's better. But it was a weird.
You didn't want to take that squirrel in? Maybe he was looking for a home.
Maybe he was just like he got kicked out of the squirrel colony and was like he had nowhere else to turn, which would explain why he managed to somehow grab onto and then rip through the screen on our window on the upstairs floor where there is literally nothing near the outside of that window. I don't know how he managed to get there and rip it open, but
He really wanted it
he
in.
really wanted in. So we got a squirrel-sized hole in that screen now, but that window stays closed.
Perfect size for the next squirrel to come in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an adventure.
He's going to go tell all of his buddies.
He's gonna be like, you wouldn't believe what's in there. I had a whole bathroom myself.
But I peed and pooed all over the bed.
Yeah, but I didn't go in there. I went somewhere else.
It was glorious.
Just to let him know. His
glorious.
boss. They have the laziest cats. Don't worry about them.
I'd probably like get a bunch of like oven mitts and like layer up and just try to like grab the squirrel and get it out or just chase it out. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would knock myself unconscious.
You're like, if I'm
Hope
out,
that it's gone.
yeah, I was just saying, like, then I don't
wake
have
up.
to deal with that. I wake up and, hey, the squirrel's go. Who cares where it went? It's gone now.
Yeah,
Not my problem.
I had a bat in my bedroom once, and when
Not
I
a euphemism.
had a bat in my bedroom once, and it was like 3 a.m, and I heard it just like hitting against the walls. Like, had no idea where the hell it was. My reaction: all right, leave the bedroom, go lay on the couch.
Yes.
I closed my bedroom door, put a towel under where the crack is, and I was like, oh, I'll
That's
figure
the
it out.
bathroom
Figure it out in the
now.
morning. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired.
Yeah, no, that early, I probably would have done something similar.
And then, surprise, surprise, went to my bedroom. It was gone. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Some say there's bats in that house. To this day, you can hear them on stormy nights.
I don't know what a bat sounds like.
It sounds right. That's more of a great outdoors situation. They got a bat in their house.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Yep,
And it's
yep.
like on a wire. You could tell.
Yeah, it's great. It's flying around.
I think I saw that movie too after the bat situation. And I was like, I can relate. Mm-hmm. I can relate. Another John Hughes movie.
He's cranking them out.
Tell me about it.
He's
Fuck.
dead. He's dead. When did he die? 90s?
2015?
Oh, pretty recently.
Yeah. He had a weird end of his life. He like was totally a shut-in for like the last 10 years. Didn't really talk to anybody. Just like
never went on any
disconnected
vacations? Never-
completely. Yeah.
Went any
There was a
days off?
documentary where they tried to get him to do an interview for the documentary, and he just like wouldn't come out to talk to them, wouldn't return phone calls.
Sounds like Richard Simmons.
They did never mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did want to talk about the sled scene.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I don't know if we'd mentioned
I thought
about
that was a fun
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
that like they wipe something from his work because he's in like materials, man, like something so because and you were right about like he just finished a project developing a new coating for cornflakes.
Yeah. To make them extra crunchy no matter how much milk you pour on them.
Yeah. And so he has some experimental, like, frictionless spray from his work that he puts on that sled. And I really liked the effect. I remembered him, like, sledding down the hill, but I didn't remember that he's like, here I go. And then it just, like, explodes. And there's just, like, a trail of fire away from where he was. I was like,
play, like,
that
a fun
was really
song.
funny.
And then, like, I love the fact that there are certain shots where he's clearly in a studio, just like, I love that
It was
shit.
good. I thought it'd be really dumb and stuff, but it was actually a really funny bit. And then he just, like, ends at a Walmart.
Yeah, yes.
And I like later, then like they were there's like a callback to it later when they take the cat out. Eddie's throwing the cat out, and he like picks up the metal ring of what is left of that sled because the bottom is burned out of it.
Oh, I didn't.
It's in the pile of garbage in front of their house of like all the stuff that is broken over the course of the movie.
Oh, I didn't pay
He
attention.
picks it
to
up and he
that.
looks at it and he's like, huh. Puts it back down.
No, what happened to the Santa Claus that ended up exploding
He
later
kicked it
on?
really hard. He kicked it and got angry.
Yeah, when he got mad, he went out and just like
So he-
when
And then
the
that
lights didn't
exploded
work.
later.
Because it was like at the front for like trash.
Yes,
throughout
yeah,
most
because
of
when the
movie.
lights didn't work like the third time, he was just fed up and he like just starts attacking the Santa and like he hurts his foot. He just
Got it. Okay.
destroys the thing, and so that's why it ends up in the garbage.
He ends up like breaking or like really hurting his hand or his foot really bad in the scene too, and they use it.
Oh, well, if you're
Little
gonna hurt yourself,
movie trivia.
use that take.
Yeah.
He probably deserved it.
Wow. He just wanted to provide for his family, Andy.
Oh, I was talking about Chevy Chase.
Yeah, he's just trying to. Why do you think he signed on to do this movie?
Yeah, huh? Crack cocaine doesn't pay for itself.
Yeah. Especially when it's for a whole family.
A family of one.
It's the only National Lampoons movie not to have Holiday Road in it. All of the other ones have it.
Oh,
Yes,
man, and
yes.
I
Sorry,
love-
dog.
I know.
That's
We
okay,
don't
though.
get to hear
That's
it.
okay, though, because I loved the Christmas song that they had, which I hope you play right here, because I thought it was fun.
What is that Christmas song? What is that?
God,
Which
I
one
saw
is
this
that?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Christmas is coming or something like that.
It's the one that starts.
Here, down, where.
It's the one that starts at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how it goes.
I remember how it goes. That's how I was saying it word for word just now.
Go for it again. I wasn't
Nailed it.
really following the
Nailed
melody.
it.
No.
It's like Christmas time is here.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
remember how it goes, but it's good. It's just as good as Holiday Road.
It's not as good as Make Santa Happy.
Make Santa happy.
I've heard you like that song.
How do
that
I
song-
still remember that?
I sing that song like in the shower. I sing it when I'm like do it riding to work. I just sing that song. It's so
You know
fun.
what, though? Sometimes people just have a melody in their head.
Make
Unfortunately for
Santa
you, it's Make Santa
happy.
happy.
I like it. That's a good earworm.
No regrets on that one.
Yeah.
Gonna watch it again? Is it gonna be?
Of course.
It's always a Christmas
Yeah.
classic.
You know, yeah, my family's going to
still
watch
hold
it.
up.
I might watch this a couple of times. I might
you-
watch this during the holidays.
Did you get teary-eyed during the scene where he watches those old movies? No.
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 There was not a single tear shed.
Oh. He's so cold up there. So alone.
Oh, I will say I also did really like at the end when the police are surrounding his house. Everything the police do is great. There's all these shots. There's like a bunch of good first person shots of like running up to the house like with the cops. So it feels like you're watching an episode of the show.
Yeah.
Or like they're like rolling in next to it and stuff. And like then finally crashing through the windows.
Yeah,
I
slow
was like,
motion
this
crash through
whole
the windows.
buildup is so good. Like, it was just really funny.
The wife not in a position to give a BJ, just has her hand straight up on his crotch.
Yes.
Yes, I had to rewind that because I saw, like, I only noticed when she shook his hand and then put it back
to the crotch.
on the crotch. I was like, wait, why did she do that? And then I rewound it and I was like, oh, it was already on the crotch. And then I rewound it again and I was like, okay.
You
just kept looping it. Yeah.
Let's see where this goes.
Just loop it.
And I rewound it again. All right, let's see where this goes.
Then he found the 10-hour loop of that on YouTube.
The kids are a little underdeveloped in this film.
They don't
Like they're younger than they should
yeah. Well, it's
Literal.
That's true.
The literal sense.
well, it's like the uncle's kids get more. I feel like screen time
They
almost,
do.
or like have more to do than.
But
in
then
this
their
one.
stuff doesn't pay off
No.
because they don't open their presents.
be. Right.
What I do like in this movie though is that you.
Why did they
like,
look like they were jungle kids? Why did they look like they
'Cause
just
they
came
live
out of
The
on
the
little kid
jungle?
they had a
They
mullet.
live in that RV,
Give
man.
her the mullet though. He had a rockin' mullet.
His name
when
was
you
Rocky,
live in an
I think.
RV, that's just how you look.
I mean, like take a bath. Like she said, dirt all over her face all the time. It looked
Yeah.
like maybe she didn't, but it looked like she did.
She was adorable.
She was adorable.
I
But never got her
appreciated.
presents.
I appreciated
Comb that
how
hair.
supportive his kids were of him through the whole film. Like, there's so many times where like I expected them to be like kind of angsty, like, ugh, my dad's so cheesy. But like they really try their best to like be like just positive with him. Like when the lights don't work and like the daughter's like, I'm sure it would have been really good, Dad. Like, I'm really sorry this didn't work. Like they are all genuinely like sad for him, and they are like when things do go well, they're like, wow, this is really cool. Like they're never just like annoyed at the fact of like family or something like I would have expected from teens in a movie like this.
Right, right. It's very wholesome.
It is. They're just genuinely positive. Kids. The whole family is just very positive about this stuff.
The daughter usually has like a boyfriend that she's trying to get with in the other films. The son is always like a horned out pervert trying to get with ladies.
Yep.
Both of those got dropped for this film. They're just kind of in the background.
That has no
too-
place in a nice Christmas film. So
Right,
you know.
that's what I was gonna say. I even like the scene with the niece talking to Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
When he was like visualizing the pool scene, and then like she catches him, and they start talking. And she's like mentioning how she doesn't think she's gonna get anything for Christmas, and
That
they have
she's
that
so
heart-to-heart.
impressed with his the way they get to live and stuff, and like just surprisingly, that was a really good conversation.
Yeah. They had a really funny joke, but I can't remember the exact joke where she like said some like phrase, but it had the word shit in there. And then he was
yeah.
like, you shouldn't say that word. But then she was like, she changed
a different word.
Yeah, she replaced it with the other word.
That was
yeah.
a good bit. And he's just like, no, okay.
It's like, thanks.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of corrections.
Short and
We got
sweet,
most
but-
of this from the beginning because Brad
Yeah.
knew this movie very well.
I've seen it a lot.
Who
Yeah.
hasn't?
Me.
That's true. What?
I'm never
what
watching
are you watching
it again.
instead on Christmas?
I'm going to watch White Christmas, man.
I've never seen that.
What?
Never.
So much buttermilk in that.
Yeah. Oh,
movie.
that scene does make me
Dancing.
go. Ugh.
they
Are they making chicken?
They just straight
No.
up like, here, have a nice. Bing Crosby's like, have a nice old glass of buttermilk, and you're like, oh, you're like, you just drink that? Gross. Get out of here.
Well, they gotta fatten up. What is it? The
Oh,
40s?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all like underweight. They're like, anywhere I can get fat, please.
That and A Christmas Story. Those are the
Do you like
the
It's a
Christmas
Wonderful
movies for me.
Life?
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
I
that
like
movie.
that
Love
movie, but
it?
I don't watch it that often. I've seen
yeah,
it
I don't
probably
watch it
4 or
that
5
often.
times. I've seen it more times
I've seen
than
it
this
maybe
movie,
one
but-
time.
Our classics were going to my
Well,
grandma's
we're gonna-
house on my dad's side, and we would always watch the Grinch movie.
The animated one?
The animated
With Jim
one.
Carrey.
Nope, the animated one. Don't try to fool me, dog.
He's animated in that film.
Ooh, descriptive.
Don't you try to fool me with your double
You
entendres.
tried to do it to me earlier, like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, I did. Yeah, we watched the animated Grinch movie. We'd always watch It's a Wonderful Life and always watch Christmas Story.
Yeah, my family would
And
always
occasionally
watch
watch
Christmas Story all
Christmas
the time.
Vacation.
Yep, Christmas Story is on the one. Shoot your eye out.
That was the first Christmas movie we did.
Oh, that's true.
And then we did
Jingle All the Way.
Then Bad
Oh.
Santa.
Home Alone 1 and 2, Bad Santa.
Oh, yeah.
And
Die Hard.
I guess next year's Ernest Saves Christmas.
Well, might as well go watch the rest of it now.
There you go.
I watched like 20 minutes of that and I turned it off. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't.
It's not the best Ernest
do
film.
this at all today. No thanks.
I can't take it.
No.
What about Miracle on 34th Street?
I've never seen that.
What about the Muppets Christmas Carol?
I've seen part of that
seen
one.
it.
What about the Santa Claus with John Lithgow? It's just called Santa Claus.
We've referred to that in one of our previous
Yeah.
episodes too.
I watched Prancer. I
Yeah.
talk about that one a lot.
I was
though.
thinking about watching Prancer. That one showed up in
Give me a good one.
that one's
my idea
fun.
too.
Although it's like a little bit more of like a real like family drama because the dad is like kind of it's Sam Elliott, but like he's kind of like a hard ass throughout most of the movie.
He just came out Roadhouse. Can you blame him? And then we found Santa Who, which is a movie that came out in like the 2000s, starring Leslie Nielsen, who plays an amnesiac Santa who has to like relearn things.
You cannot make me watch that.
It seems
please.
so funny. The trailer was good.
It seems
I couldn't wa- I
so
didn't watch it.
insane.
The trailer seems so good.
How did that movie
Andy,
get made?
is it good? Is the trailer
The
good?
trailer was good.
You should watch the trailer.
At least is that what you're saying?
I don't think it will change your opinion of that movie, but it's worth a
It's
watch.
a good trailer.
It's worth watching that trailer because I
Leslie Nielsen
genuinely
is still funny.
Oh yeah,
He's
great.
He's still funny in the trailer.
All right.
It's not that
I'll
like
go watch it.
It's not like you feel bad for him being in it, like a Scary Movie 4 or 5 type thing. She's like, oh, he's acting in this.
Oh, he's
This
so
is
funny in
nice.
Scary Movie 4 and 5
I don't know the difference.
of the movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Past 2, I don't. I'm just
They
lost.
had different numbers.
Oh,
4
yeah,
and
that's
5.
right.
So, should we say Merry Christmas, everybody?
Merry Christmas, everybody,
And to all a good night.
everyone.
and enjoy a warm glass of buttermilk.
Wait, yeah, Andy.
Well, just have a nice warm glass of buttermilk.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Woman, what?
Hey.
Thank you for joining us on that episode. And be sure to catch us next time when we try to remember a movie that has the tagline, all the adventure your imagination can hold. We remember the Page Master.
20th Century Fox invites you on the adventure of a lifetime in the most magical film of 1994. Richard Tyler is about to take an incredible journey out of the storm and into a world where imagination runs wild. This is only the beginning. Macaulay Culkin, the Page Master. All the adventure your imagination can hold.